Let me check on YouTube also. But it's too hot in Boston right now.
What's the weather like?
It's like 20 degrees Celsius.
It's too hot.
It's hot, bro. Like, I mean, the sun is, I guess the sun is super, super, super cooking right now.
I
Okay.
see. Oh, I pulled up your stream.
Yeah.
Damn, where are
Bro,
you?
I'm in my balcony. I'm at
Oh, I
home.
see.
Um, so, so I did my lead code today. Honestly, I could keep working out tic-tac-toe. Um,
You haven't
because
finished the tic-tac-toe yet?
I mean it's finished, but there was like in the React site there was some like challenges that you're doing. So for example, like making it a
Hmm.
dynamic game where you can change the size like based off of an input. And
Uh,
I was trying to do that, but I don't know how. Um, holy shit, are you seeing what's happening on stream?
yeah.
We have a recursive stream right now. Dude, do you think this is O log n?
This is crazy. It just keeps being
It's
pulling up
just
YouTube.
yeah, okay, I'll just have it on my face for now. What are you gonna do today? You need to write that LinkedIn post. Do you wanna give like a quick introduction to who you are? Okay. Just like pretend you're talking to a class or something. I mean, I'm gonna be tagging your socials, so like they can also yeah. Yeah. Where are you working, Joe? Okay. Trying to become nice. Nice. And how are you keeping yourself busy these days, Joe? Mhm. Oh yeah, real quick. I gotta show them your leak code activity, brother. What the is not, dude? It's not about what's happening right now. It's the full scope. Looking at 2025. I think you missed 2 days in 2025. Yeah. One, two, three, four, five. You have six missing days, Joe, and you have 787 contributions in 2025. That is so insane. Uh, okay, Joe. Also, oh, I'm not showing stream. Hold on. Let me show stream. Look at this. Oh, wait, that's Twitter. I'm on your portfolio page right now. Yeah, but this is crazy. This is some true lead code dedication. Um,
Let me see. I don't
talk.
see it on your screen.
It's gonna come up. It's like delayed. It's like
Oh,
it's like a 20-second delay.
oh, I see, I
Uh,
see.
so I guess also just talk to us about what you did at Microsoft. Give a little bit. You don't have to go super into detail, but
Hmm.
well, actually, just give based off of what's on your awesome portfolio site. Like, tell us your introduction to software engineering. Um,
Hmm.
talk about Pledge, HCR Lab, 2023 at Microsoft, and Blue Origin. Like, you can just do like a one
All
sentence
is
summary uh, for
okay.
each.
Okay. Code Ninjas. This is like 2019 to 2022. I
Hmm.
hardly remember this, but this was like my intro to programming. It was like teaching kids game development. It was pretty cool, honestly.
Hmm.
And then Pledge was like the first kind of software. real software dev I did in college.
Hmm.
It was like their whole thing was in like Next.js or like basically React, and I was like pretty confused starting it.
Hmm.
So all I did was like really small fixes, but it was like a student run startup, and we ended up winning Dempsey competition. So that was pretty cool.
Nice, congrats. So
Um,
you're going for that this year, I think also. So you're gonna try to get a 2 out of 4 years as a Dempsey winner.
yeah, well, it already happened. We didn't end up winning it, which was kind of
Oh, I see.
not like yeah, it wasn't like super disappointing because the top teams were pretty good, but
Yeah,
we felt like we should win something because we
I
actually
see.
had customers versus like yeah, well, it's
I
whatever.
see. And for
And then
Pledge, are you guys still active
mhm.
right now? Is it being maintained?
No, no, no. I
Okay,
think I don't know what they did with it. I think they just took the money and ran.
I see. And what did they do? What platform were you guys building, I guess?
It was like a um, college counseling thing for high schoolers.
I
It was,
see.
it was
Oh, that's
basically helping you improve your like extracurriculars and like
mhm.
test scores by giving you advice for the school you wanted to go to.
I see. Was it Pledge.com?
Yeah, it was clutch. I wonder if it's still.
I'm checking
I
right
don't.
now. I don't think so. Yeah, it's on. Wow, the
Yeah,
domain is on sale for almost 2K though.
really.
That's crazy. Yeah. Cool. And then HCR Lab. You
Damn,
can
it
like.
still says present. Okay, I gotta fix that. It's not present. I quit like when we started doing our Jenny stuff this year.
Yeah.
Um, this was just research, like robotics research. I
Hmm.
did like my first internship was at HCR Lab, or it was really like a research intern position, but I just said like software engineering intern.
Yeah.
Um, and this was also web dev, which was I guess was kind of helpful because
It
I
was a
learned more
unique
about like
unique web
hmm?
dev though, right? Like, because you guys were integrating. I'm sure like you had to set up a pretty unique pipeline to like have the Hello Robot actually react to stuff that was coming off of
Yeah,
the application, right?
yeah, and it was like pure HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So I actually
Oh,
learned a
really?
lot doing
Okay.
this. Yeah,
Nice, nice.
like it was a good intro to web dev because I
Mhm.
don't know a lot of things you do in college. I feel like unless you're specialized, just ends up being web dev. So it's good to have like the fundamentals for it.
Right.
Um, and then like my Microsoft internship that next
Yep.
year was like a lot of it was React. So then
Oh, sweet.
yeah, it helped him to have that HCR lab thing,
Right, right.
and
And
then
for
grew to.
Microsoft, you were doing
Uh-huh.
React, you were on Azure team. Uh,
Mhm.
what I guess like for product recognition for like the general person, how would you describe it to them without getting into super a lot of detail? Because like this is pretty back
I don't
end,
think the
Do you think that
yeah
anybody would be able to understand?
no, I don't think anybody would really know
I see. I
what
see.
my team did, but like I just tell people it's like SQL Server. So
Right.
a lot of people prefer
So
like SQL.
you were purely working on like optimization for the back end.
Uh, kind of yeah. It was more like yeah, it wasn't really optimizations, but like just getting more properties into this
Got
team's
you.
like SQL Server.
So more, I guess for the end user, they would have more ability in the future to do stuff.
Yeah, it was hard to see like the properties of like SQL Server, they call them instances,
Hmm.
SQL Server instances on like Azure Portal.
Right.
Like if you've seen Azure Portal, that's where like most people interface with like their Azure resources.
Right. Right.
And it's hard to see like a certain property, like I wrote it in here, like backup and restore settings. So
Hmm.
my goal was just to show those backup restore settings in
Gotcha.
Azure Portal.
Gotcha. And did you hit any like key milestones, at the internship, like anything that was pushed to production? Or I don't really know how crazy the pipeline is to get
Hmm.
stuff to production, but like, is there anything now
No,
that
I
Microsoft implemented?
Yeah, if you look at it right now, it's definitely in there, the
Okay,
backup
okay.
restore settings.
Sweet, sweet.
Yeah, but like it definitely didn't deliver by the time I was out of my
I
internship.
see, I
They had to
see.
like
But that's normal.
polish
That's
or
normal.
whatever.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
That's
I'd say
sweet.
it's pretty normal for a big tech. Yeah.
Right, right. That's sick. That's sick. Nice. Um, I guess, yeah, you want to talk a tiny bit about Blue Origin?
Yeah. Hopefully my Blue Origin, boss doesn't see this, but it was pretty ass. It was
Uh,
really boring.
yeah.
Um, yeah, that's all I have to say
I
about
can
that. It wasn't
tell
really.
I can tell based off of like how limited the text is on your explanation. You weren't really into the stuff that you were building at all.
I mean, it's
Look,
cool. Like aerospace is cool, but it's just like completely different software
yeah,
engineering. Like I was doing
right.
like aero. Wait, I don't even remember the name. That's like
I see.
how much I repressed it.
Repressed. It was traumatizing for you.
Nah, I'm kidding. It is boring. It was
No,
intense.
no, it's that's all good. That's all good. And then I guess you came back. You got a return offer after your 2023 internship for the following year,
Hmm.
and you'll be joining the
Yeah.
team directly for your full time.
Uh, yeah. I don't know about that yet, but
Okay, but you do have the
probably.
secured RO, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, and you're fully signed and everything.
Hmm.
Okay, nice. Um, and he's doing a lot of projects. Uh, I'm gonna take credit for Jenny Preview Tools and Manuscript Checker AI. Because those are two projects that we're pulling for Jenny. We broke our first triple digits on manuscript, Joe. We made $100.
Like earnings? Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
that's crazy.
It's scaling. We're opening the funnel. We're hoping to get more user feedback. We've got a couple guys that have sent us like kind of lukewarm feedback based off of their responses, which is kind of expected because like
Mhm.
AI in 2025 took such a skyrocket. Like since we released to public in February, things have changed so much that I think the expectations for analytics tools for writing is going to be progressively more difficult to sell.
Yeah.
So as long as we get it into a somewhat stable position, I hope once I get my full-time role there, um,
Hmm.
we should be able to start focusing on potentially integrating this directly within the Jenny pipeline, such that like
Hmm.
it's super easy for users to just get their analysis done as an
Yeah.
attachment, you know. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, cool. Um, is there a particular reason why I'm seeing some projects that I know about that aren't on here? Yeah, I guess you're not showcasing those yet because they're not released to public. Right.
Yeah, and like some of them are just harder to explain.
I
Like,
see.
because
For
this year I've been doing like something simultaneously.
right.
I just list the
I
better one.
see. I see. I see. Product career, do you want to talk a little bit about it? I mean, I'm on the landing page right now, which looks really nice. Uh,
Actually,
yeah,
let me
I
see
like
one.
it. I mean, given how far behind like most Japanese landing pages are, I think this is going to be like where I really
Yeah,
stand out.
yeah.
uh,
This one is it's something I'm doing on the side right now, kind of. Um, yeah, I don't have that much to say about this one, to
I
be
see.
honest.
Um, the
It's cool
business
experience though.
opportunities, like, are the business people buying into it, or is it kind of just like if it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, it's just a good experience project.
No, they're definitely buying into it, and I
I
think it
see.
has
Okay.
potential because we had like a bare bones MVP that people had paid for, like no website. We were just keeping track of it
Right.
through Google Sheets, and people
Hmm.
were like paying for it.
Hmm.
And so we're like, if we have an actual website, I'm sure people will pay for it.
I
And
see.
we have
Nice.
like 60 people or something
Nice. Nice.
currently.
Are you guys potentially like doing, classic like SaaS payment plans, monthly payments for certain systems, or
No, it's actually
is it
like
like courses?
slightly different. It's basically a monthly subscription, yeah, I'd
Okay,
say.
okay. Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's Joe, everybody. And do you want to walk through, like, before I start doing my own thing, as you're crafting your LinkedIn post, do you want
Mhm.
to share your screen on Discord and talk through the thing that you built and won the hackathon for?
Oh yeah. Nah, it's fine to be
You
honest. It's
sure?
not. Yeah, I'm just gonna write the post on the side while you do your stuff.
Okay, okay. All right, well, Joe won a hackathon. He's too nonchalant about everything. So we don't know what he won, but yeah, he did something pretty cool. Can you
Well,
at least
I
like
can
give a
describe
one
it.
sentence pitch about the this? Like, I don't even know it, and I'm the one spamming you about like linked list reverse algorithms.
No. Have you seen like Sam Altman tweeted about? I'm sure this was an exaggeration, but he's like, "I'm OpenAI is losing millions because people are
Yeah,
typing
yeah, I saw that.
using their
Yeah.
gear." So our thing is like a Chrome extension that
Uh-huh.
parses the text you've entered into your chat and like
Uh-huh.
removes redundant words.
Oh, I
So
see. So
like,
it's a prompt optimizer, huh?
yeah, basically
Okay.
prompt
That's a great
optimizer. But
idea. What
yeah, it's
talk
basically just like
what tech stack did you use? I mean, you don't
it's
have
a
to talk
little
about Google
different like
extension, but you can talk about
Chrome
like
extensions.
the APIs for LLM. Like, did you guys use Grok? How did you keep it cheap? And what was the
Well,
curriculum for the prompt definitions?
yeah, they're not. It doesn't wouldn't make sense to shorten the prompt they enter by entering it into another LLM because that would just like
That
that's
would, I
more
guess,
compute.
right.
So we're just removing words that we know like don't add any substance.
Oh,
Like
okay. So it's a really simple string
yeah,
parser
it's
that
super simple.
integrates super nicely and sits on top of your Google, basically.
Yeah, there's like we added a button on the ChatGPT page that's like optimized, and you click that, and it like removes
Oh,
whatever text.
that's
And like
sick.
obviously, it can remove text that makes the sentence like not make sense anymore. But
Right.
I
What
mean,
was the,
LLMs are good at inferring.
how
So
did you define like what criteria for words? Like please and thank you?
yeah, those were. I mean, that's like the hook, and then like there's a lot of other things you can do. Like you can remove like if you say something's very bad, you can remove very. Like that's
I see.
redundant, and like
And you guys
um
hard coded that logic to check. I'm
yeah,
sure
and
that
like
there's some Python libraries that have like sentence structure repos or something. I don't know. I actually I have no idea how you guys would do it so manually. It's
well
like my
we just we just did it like kind of manually, like a map of like words to their shortened version.
I see, I see. And to scope out those words, did you guys use LLMs to define that library of words that you're cutting?
Yeah, we did, and then we just added some of our own.
Nice. Okay. Sweet. That's too cool. That's
But
super cool. All right. Well done, Joe. I'm proud of you. Um,
thanks. I'm
you,
so lazy.
was
I
there
don't want to do
any
this.
was there any like
Mhm.
benefit of winning? Did you guys, aside from clout, any money rewards or anything?
I won like a microphone. Well, we
Oh,
didn't
no.
win at all. We got second, but like
Oh, okay.
I'm
Still,
pretty sure. Yeah,
I mean, I think
yeah,
given the simplicity of the product, like you guys found something that was like semi-viral. You came up with a very easy
yeah.
solution, and then
Hmm.
you're just decreasing redundancy, right? Like for most of the chats, because I like I speak to my LLMs like it's my friend, and I think, I'm probably not really doing a good job of shortening my words thinking about sustainability. So I think that's like a very awesome thing.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's for like a good cause. I don't know how much like removing a couple words really does, but
well, I mean,
I mean, if
any
it's
decreased
useless anyway.
compute. Well, I guess here's the thing though, and I guess this is like speculatory, but by removing those words within sentence structure, does it inquire more compute for the LLM to restructure the sentence to define itself, like for that query? Do you know what I mean? Like, are you making
Hmm.
it think more by removing some words? I'm like, that's just a like, I'm just throwing that out there. Um,
Yeah.
but I guess you guys really probably define like some really useless words. So, um, did you have like a minimum word requirement for the spec?
Mm, no,
Okay, that would
it's
have also been kind of
super
nice.
basic.
Like say like, okay, like please define your prompt longer than 5 words, and then have a couple example prompts. Did you guys provide example prompts for the user?
Uh, no, we
Okay.
haven't.
Well, I guess it's
It's
hard
super
because this there's no
simple.
way you
Like,
could. Okay, 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 okay.
yeah,
I'm
there's
just
no point like questioning what we did because it's
was it
super
like a
simple.
quick? It was like a tiny, or what was the time frame for the pushing to production?
Well, I mean, we had never done Chrome extensions. It's more difficult than you would think. From
Right,
like,
right.
yeah, the yeah, what is it? Yeah, it took like a couple days.
Couple
I
days.
wasn't working on it like super hard.
Yeah, yeah. That's cool. That's cool. And is it open source right now? If I wanted to go find the project on Git, is it available to the public?
Uh, Probably not.
Okay. Dude, why are
You
you
could, I
gatekeeping
can
me,
send
Joe?
it to you though.
No, I'm fine. No, it's totally fine. It's fine.
I
I
don't
was
think
just curious.
anybody cares about it, bro. I'm just posting. I don't even know why I'm posting. I'm just posting to post.
No, no, it's good, bro. Get the clout. If I got second place in a hackathon, I'd probably make like 4 LinkedIn posts about it and then stream about it afterwards. I'd probably stream my win, Joe. But yeah, I guess for more context, if anybody is watching, Joe and I, oh shit, I'm planning to go to Korea pretty soon to work at Jenny AI, but they're giving me like a foundation month to kind of get my tech skills better as they're doing more onboardings. Right now they're doing a lot of acquisitions with a lot of stealth products and kind of creating a group. So developer resources are super tight for junior tech developers like myself. And so I'm getting like a month to really focus on building my skills. I think Joe also has like a pretty open summer. So we're
Yeah,
both planning on getting our skills way up. Like I've been bothering him a shit ton about Leet, and he's celebrating that he got me addicted to doing LeetCode. Um, so yeah, there's a little bit of context about like why I'm bringing Joe into stream. And we've been doing software projects together since September of 2024. First one being Jenny Mini Tools, where we built in Framer, we built a couple semi-complex components that have a like enable SEO to potentially get more interactivity for the main site. And then we also have our own like semi startup called Manuscript Check, which will be probably in addition to the Jenny team like much later on once we define like an actually good product. Not that it's bad right now, but like better. Um, so there's a little bit of context. Joe, I guess what's your daily goal? So you have a lead code daily goal. Um,
mhm,
I know you're doing contributions to Navid's group. I'm not gonna go too much into detail for that right now because I think you guys should release an MVP before talking about it. Um,
yeah.
how much time are you spending on uh Live Cassette right now?
Uh,
Is it
like
super a
a couple hours
couple
a
hours a
day.
day?
Yeah.
That's crazy. And the video gen is going well.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Send me some
I don't know
stuff
how much
when you
we
can.
can about
I'm
this.
like I'm
Yeah.
curious how things are going. I haven't gotten any word back from Navid about the landing page yet. I think he's really busy. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, I'll see if I can pump something out with with like Lovable or something that once I get more content from you guys. So yeah,
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, we can talk about this later.
yeah. Okay, well, I guess I'll start developing. I don't know. I'm kind of cooked today. And Joe, like, I'll be streaming this stuff. I'm really new to like actual full stack, not full stack, but like JavaScript. This is like I think my first no AI JavaScript program from the start. So I'm trying my best to do things that I'm not used to doing. and it's pretty
Yeah.
challenging,
Are
not
you,
gonna lie.
what are you gonna do today?
I think,
What has been your daily goal?
well,
Daily goal.
I started with free code camp, and then I realized like, okay, I'm not that bad at developing. I don't need to do so much like redundant CSS and HTML stuff. I'd rather try to
Mhm.
do a project and have to learn like by looking at Stack Overflow or using ChatGPT as like a resource or
Mhm.
coach. So I did that. I made that decision like 2 days ago, and so then ever since I made that decision, I got onto React and just like took um, their most basic like web app that gets you started with like walking you through JavaScript and its interactivity with HTML. But I never reached the JavaScript stage within Free Code Camp because that's like you have to do about 1,100 elements of CSS before you get exposed to JavaScript. So it's like that would take a
You
month, I
can just
think.
skip.
I mean, I probably should skip. Maybe that's what I'll do today. I think I'll jump the gun on CSS because I feel like there's too many rules and it does reach a level of redundancy where if you are trying to learn React, it's better to learn React and learn CSS, JavaScript, and HTML through like the React uh, stack. I feel like I'm not sure. You want to speak more on that? Like, what was the best introduction to full stack web development? Because I know you started more on like the game side of things in high school. Like, what was the
Uh,
best? And I know school definitely doesn't teach you enough about web dev, and now we're out here doing all of the things that we're doing. So, like
yeah.
you said, Cledge was a good exposure. Um,
Yeah.
that was like fully
Uh,
React based.
yeah, mostly. I
I
mean,
see.
I'd say just like back when I did Cledge, there weren't just LLMs. So whenever I was stuck, I had to like actually understand what I was building.
Right.
Versus now, like when you're stuck, you can just ask Cursor and it'll fix it for you. And then like a lot
Yeah.
of the time, like people don't have the discipline, including me, don't have the discipline to like understand what Cursor did to fix it. Like you're
100%.
not actually learning anything. Like you're
Yeah.
making
Yeah.
progress, but you're not learning anything. And so like when you encounter something that like Cursor can solve, it's like you feel so hopeless, especially if it's like already coded most of your project for you. So
Exactly.
I'd say, yeah, like it's fine to use these AI tools, but like understand what they're typing. And also it's different, like just reading what they're writing and understanding it versus like you being able to write it yourself.
100%.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
might like be thinking like old school
No, no.
style and like eventually.
I think it's a mix. You know, like you're seeing all of the CEOs right now saying, "Hey, we're gonna be going AI first," um, and a lot of them are going AI first, and we're
Mhm.
seeing kind of an impact of that. But I feel like that doesn't mean you should go full scale into AI if your foundations aren't where they need to be, right? Like that's
Yeah,
why I'm going into this. Like I'm keeping myself active with manuscript check because I think that's like a really good place to be able to experiment with because we have users and we can actually see like in the long run, can a project that's mostly been developed through Cursor be successful and actually be scalable, right?
Mhm.
Um, I think that's a fun like experiment, but for the I guess for the next month while I'm doing that, because basically by doing one project that's being AI generated, it's better because I can keep myself in the flow of keeping up with the new LLM models. Like Anthropic just dropped like Sonnet 4.0, and being able to talk with those and interface with them is going to be a career skill pretty soon. Like you
Mhm.
definitely wouldn't want to lose that and being able to understand the best way to utilize Cursor, utilize SDKs, utilize MCPs. Like those are all very
Mhm.
fresh. But if I can't debug what they're doing, then what's the point, right? um, at least like in the beginning, you know,
Mhm.
uh,
Yeah,
like
definitely.
because they're definitely not where they need to be. Like understanding a context of somebody's coding style and accepting changes that aren't fully changing the entire point of something that's been created, especially when you're doing like QA. and you want to implement new tools while keeping legacy tools active, Cursor is terrible for that. Like, if you don't know how to explain how to keep the flow of the user consistent with what has been predefined, it's going to have a big issue with it, like tries doing too much. You know what I mean? Um, if you can't really isolate the files that you know are supposed to be changed, then you could end up like completely skewing your entire uh, project. And that's like something that I've
Yeah.
experienced with both with some of the stuff that I did with Jenny Stealth and some of the stuff that I've tried doing, taking an existing code base and trying to work with it. Because when you're developing AI generated code, it's best to start with AI generated code, you know? Um,
Yeah.
but that like there's a huge but to that, and it's the fact that this has been new for and mainstream for like 1 month, you know? Um, so like vibe coding, quick solutions for hackathons is important. Keeping up with the news is important, but you still have to build that hard skill ability to think as an engineer. Because that, I mean, in the long run, that's going to help you know how to debug even like from AI to AI, right? Like not using your full context windows in Cursor is super important. Like you don't want to just shove everything in there every time you need to ask a simple question, you know?
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of like this sentiment of trying to get like my hard skills up. It's something that I've been avoiding for a really long time. And since I don't want to be a PM anymore, like it's fucking important for me to go
Yeah.
full into this. Because like I didn't think I could catch up, but now I feel like okay, that's just me trying to stop myself from improving. And my people skills are good, but you know, as much as I enjoyed my time at Integris, I definitely would want to be around people that are thinking new, like with tech and within software specifically, because software is kind of everything. Um,
Mhm.
and that means I have to be a developer, or at least know how to be a developer. Um, so
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's good feedback. And I honestly like just pushing every day on Git and Leet alone. It's gonna get me there, I think. Um,
Yeah.
I think I like it's over, I'm overcomplicating things. You don't need school to become a good software developer, you know. Um,
Yeah. You don't really. Okay. I'm gonna try to write this post.
yeah, yeah, you can talk through what you're doing if you want. Joe's writing his LinkedIn post to celebrate. I'm gonna do some free code camp. Because I like I'll just skip to the JavaScript. Have you worked with Xcode at all yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't really touched the mobile dev side.
I don't think you guys will have. Well, like I don't want to talk too much about the project, but I don't think you guys will have to. I hope you guys won't have
Yeah.
to.
I also hope we don't have to.
Yeah, But I will tell you, like, it wasn't that bad. Uh, I was cursoring it, you know, but I almost got it to the current state that it's in with MVP, like in 7 hours. Like
Yeah.
first time downloading Xcode, getting all of the old legacy version of Xcode that was in the Git to its current state, and then actually making like changes. Because at the end of the day, it's just front end, right? Uh,
Mhm.
it wasn't like I'm sure if I had to do anything with the actual generative part, that would have been really bad, but I wasn't. So
Yeah. I probably won't end up learning mobile dev.
yeah, yeah. I think hopefully you won't have to. I don't know if it's a like it's definitely not something that would suit your career path, I don't think.
Yeah, we'll see. Also, do you know what you're gonna do during that month? Is it starting June? You're gonna be doing that month of like
June 17th.
learning?
I guess I started now. Like the sentiment that I got was just grind, like just grind and get better. Um,
Actually, do they
that's it.
give you like specific things to grind on? That I'd be like confused if I were you.
I mean,
I wouldn't know what
I
to do.
think that the main point of it was just, hey, like we don't want to give ownership of a tool until get like you getting here and being able to, because it took so much time just to plan peer coding. Because
Hmm.
I'm in East Coast, they're in Korea, like Korean time. So it was like it wasn't really working to try to do two internships at the same time also. Um,
Yeah,
so I
figuring
think
it out.
that was just more of like to get me motivated to start doing the right things.
Hmm.
That was like the feedback I got from the dev is just like, hey, AI tools are great, but um, we definitely want to like make sure. And he wasn't saying this as like, because I mean, what was I really supposed to do to try to push things to main like a code base I've never seen within 24 hours. I don't know. It was pretty steep. Um,
Yeah.
I was trying to just be as quick as possible because that's generally what working with the teams are. But then again, it's like I was getting a code base, right? And the first thing that you
Hmm.
should like I should have done is just say like, hey, give me a week to understand how things are working and then
Yeah.
start giving me specs. But I was like, no, like just tell me what to push. I'm gonna start pushing, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Awesome.
but yeah, I think most of the stuff that I'm gonna be getting super familiar with is just SEO stuff. Like on my own time. This isn't something that I was told to do, but just what
Hmm.
makes sense. SEO. Um, I think understanding how to utilize Stripe and Posthog to gain analytics and understandings
Hmm.
of user interactions, and I'm getting that with Manuscript right now. I'm like, I every day I look at the recordings and see like what users are spending their time looking at, like what is a bottleneck for um, our conversion rates, like why someone would
Hmm.
choose general over trying to select their own journal, and then looking at
Hmm.
competitors. I think it's just contextualizing myself in this really niche code space because like these are not mainstream applications per se. They're very unique. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not like typical stuff because you're trying to advertise to researchers and professors that need coding or journal paper writing help, right? So they're not like a dumb user that just wants to generate like Studio Ghibli photo of themselves. They're trying to write a research paper that's going to be sent to a very strict, rigorous like review process. So
Hmm.
um, it's definitely not something that you should just come up with a quick solution and deploy unless you're in MVP state. And the stuff that I was working on was getting like they were getting like enough interactions where it's definitely not in its MVP state. And for me to be pushing code, it needed to be really production quality. Um,
I see.
Yeah, which makes sense. Like I don't know. I'm not trying to take anything negative away from it because like I mean the opportunity itself is still so um important and significant. And I
Mhm.
think it's reasonable just given my lack of professional expertise in the code space that I take a little bit more time to understand and contextualize myself with like good practice. You know what I mean? Because this is like my first
Yeah.
software development internship, period. So
Mhm.
it's like your pledge, I guess, for me. And
Yeah.
the stakes are a lot higher here. So I think I have to be a little bit more careful, you know? Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
That makes sense.
I mean, talk to me
Uh,
about your onboarding process with Microsoft. Like the internship's only 3 months. Like before you were pushing code, like what did you do to prepare yourself for the internship and how did you get started, I guess? And how much
yeah.
mentorship did you have?
Well, definitely, I feel like more than yours. Like they gave me, like the first week is all obviously just onboarding and like getting everything set up. Like I didn't even touch the code probably the first week, or I didn't even
Hmm.
look at the code the first week.
Hmm.
So I was still getting access to everything.
Hmm.
And then they did a pretty good job of onboarding me onto like simple tasks.
Hmm.
Uh, like the first thing I did was a PR, but it was just of like uh, is like defining like the data models that I would use. So it was
I
like
see.
understanding
Yeah.
like how the API would send data and like what that data should look like.
Hmm.
And so that was a good introduction. It wasn't really even code. It was just like similar to like JSON.
Yeah, so I guess
Um,
like yeah, I see. So you had a little bit of time to get used to it, right? You're going in like you're seeing the company, you're getting your desk, you're getting used to things. Um, the process for me was I got like a message saying like drop everything. Here's an invitation to a Slack channel, and the developer will contact you soon. Um,
mhm,
and then it was like access to everything within less than 24 hours. And like by the first day that I had gotten contact with, it was like, here's here's a small text of expectations for your first PR, you
mhm,
know, there was no like spec sheet defined or anything like that. So it's like it's real startup stuff. I think the only way that that's gonna really work with me is me being there, you know. um, there's
yeah,
no way I can jump on the bandwagon that quickly and understand everything. And I think they
yeah,
recognize that too. That's why like they were not rude or anything. And it wasn't even a matter of they didn't want to do that process. It was a matter of we just bought another startup, like mini startup. We like this guy is gonna be so pressed for time. We can't spend time scheduling meetings and doing things that you should know already and that we would want to take you through anyway when we have more time, you know.
mhm,
So I totally
yeah,
like it makes sense. It makes sense.
yeah.
Um,
Do you still have the code base? Because I mean, you could start even looking
Yeah,
at it
yeah. I
right
mean,
now.
what I was gonna do once I get a little bit more comfortable with this stack is just um forking the repo and doing my changes on there, and then like surprising them with the kind of bigger project that they were having me do, um,
Mhm,
which I don't think I'm allowed to talk about like on stream. That's
mhm,
what I think I'm gonna do probably by week two of being in Korea. I gotta fly in. I gotta adjust to the time zone, get used to the office, like secure an apartment in like nearby the new office. Uh, so there's other stuff that I will be doing alongside because it's like I'm assuming it's for the long haul, like the full 7 months, right? So it's gonna be better if I take my time to really make sure it's gonna be comfortable, you know.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. That's good.
yeah, yeah.
When are you going again?
June. I'll be in there June 17th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You have a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I have a couple weeks. For Windows, you can download on Steam. What? I kind of guessed on this. Have you done any, like, I guess you would never have the need to do like a code camp stuff. Right.
No, but I was gonna do a certification summer. I'm still planning on doing it for
Hmm.
Azure.
Oh, like a intro to Azure thing.
Uh, yeah, it's basically intro to Azure.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, but the nice thing about that is it's like if you pass it once, then you have that cert for the rest of your life. It doesn't
Yeah.
like expire.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's like that's sick that you're getting into Azure. It's like I think that's like 30% of
Yeah,
Microsoft revenue.
yeah, it's a lot of Microsoft revenue.
It's gonna be even more now because of well, when you have a chance, I recommend you take a look at like Copilot Studio just to see how Microsoft's integrating agentic into their enterprise tools.
Mhm.
It's pretty impressive what it's capable of doing and how quickly you can get um, agents running and like the way that they're able to tag things with metadata and like understand um, file structures without you defining anything. It's like pretty impressive.
Yeah, I haven't even heard of Copilot Studio.
Yeah, definitely check it out. It's very cool.
Are you gonna stream every day in Korea then?
I don't know if I'll stream because I'll be in the office, so I don't really need like the pressure of eyes on me while I'm doing something, you know, because I'm already gonna have like all
Yeah.
the senior people probably expecting me to come in and grind, which I want to do that anyway. But
Uh-huh.
I want to kind of see like I already talked with Mark. I think we're gonna do like a book club stream. Both of us like shared each other's favorite books. I'm gonna
Oh,
get
actually.
he purchased Woman in the Dune from Kobo Abe. Uh,
Oh,
and I got a book called Brave New World, which is a pretty like dystopian view
oh,
from
I
a
know that
guy.
book.
Anyway,
Mhm.
I haven't read enough of it yet. Um, yeah, so I think Mark and I are gonna try to kind of streamline this manuscript check process with the Jenny users.
Mhm.
Like I want this to be a kind of in like a built by the crowd product, given that we want to integrate it in the long run into Jenny. It makes more sense to get as much user feedback coming in and defining more of the project from there. So I think
Yeah.
I don't know, and I think Brett, like my friend at Jenny, the developer, he like he was super excited to see that I was streaming. I think like everybody, including David, would be excited to try to bring more visibility into the startup because it's really exciting times, like with onboarding and
Yeah.
everything. It's just I don't know how much stuff that I'm not allowed to expose yet, just because. But it's like, David posts Stripe metrics on Twitter. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
I can't imagine we're super close protocol. But I just wouldn't want to like step on anybody's toes or anything. So if if we can try to go like semi-viral, at least get like people understanding the dynamics of a company like Jenny AI, I think it would be more it would be pretty interesting. I think like it's such a unique company structure, being in
Mhm.
Korea, having all these developers from around the world, acquiring many different products. Like if we could bring some visibility to that, David already has a pretty big online following, um, but they're mostly just trying to stay engaged with like his story because his story is so inspiring.
Mhm.
I think seeing the inner workings of the company alongside his really nice tweets that kind of talk about his story and um, his understanding of the you know like SaaS tech space with an offshore company, like basically supplement or complementing that with videos and some content, I think would enable like for us to make good memories for the wholesome reason and potentially to get new people interested in um, supporting Jenny's company like group, I guess, because
Mhm.
we have the freedom to do that. Like
Yeah.
there's no um check
Well, that's
this.
cool.
Yeah.
Wait, give me 1 second. I'll be
Yeah,
back.
yeah. No, you're trying.
Okay, I got like 10 to 15 minutes.
You
How's
have
your
to
stream going?
it's kind of like I'm talking a lot and thinking, so I'm not doing super well with code camp, but it's chilling. I'll keep going once you leave. Um,
Okay, sounds good.
well, I'll end stream and then resume stream. Uh, like because I have my episodes for
Oh,
like learning from scratch.
uh-huh.
Anyway,
Nice, nice. Maybe I'll stream this summer too.
I recommend it. Like it's for me, it's really nice. Like to not because I'm expecting people to show up, but
Yeah.
it's like a portfolio of instead of the things that you're building, it's the time that you're spending building things. And the fact that you are
Mm,
just hopping on camera and like sitting through stuff, Because like nobody's gonna
mhm.
go and sit through this shit. So you kind of just do whatever. It's like super unfiltered. Um,
Yeah.
but if somebody went and looked at your YouTube channel and saw, oh my God, like 64 days consecutively, um, like he has to be like just sitting and thinking about code alone for the amount of time that it takes, 90 minutes a day, like that's gonna
Mhm.
get you very far. Like
Yeah, for sure.
I'm happy because my palette is so untainted with everything with nothing other than AI that I feel like
Mhm.
um, I think my skills can probably build kind of quickly. So it's gonna be cool to see like how fast I get at coding and how much better I get over time. Um,
Mhm.
Plus, like I want to show my kids this stuff. You know,
Oh,
like
that's
what
cool too.
like also like I realize just by writing code, my terminal, like not my terminal, but like my shortcuts are getting better. Like the less
Oh
mouse I'm
yeah,
using, the happier I am, you know?
yeah. Well, if you want to become a next level DGen, you can learn Vim.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if I'm gonna stoop that low, Joe.
Yeah, you honestly shouldn't.
I remember for our DGen night, like you pulled out your Mac and you were just grinding Vim, bro. Who does that?
Bro, I don't know. I actually think I should be worried.
No, I mean you're gonna get big money and a lot of cool opportunities with this.
Not by using.
Huh?
Yeah, I
Not
feel
with
like
Vim, but
just
like in general, you're thinking about it a lot, you know? I think you're addicted, honestly. I think you have like a addiction.
yeah, probably.
But I mean, that's that's so goated. I'm trying to get there, you know?
I mean, you're doing the what was the linked list problem for like an hour.
Hey, that's another medium, by the way.
Oh, nice.
But
What was
I
it?
didn't
Reverse?
No, it wasn't reverse. It was so like you would restructure the linked list so it was zero and then the last element and then the second element and then the second to last element. So the not boilerplate, but the pseudocode solution is you use fast slow to find the halfway point.
Hmm.
Um, then you reverse the second half of the list, and then you use like a zipper algo to like tie them together. Um,
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah.
but it's kind of crazy. Like there was no like one pass or two pass. Like there's like a three section solution. Um,
Yeah.
it's only like 12
Okay, yeah,
lines
I
of
kind of
code,
remember that.
but it was a fun one. Like I was really close, but I actually misunderstood the entire point of the project or the thing
Mhm.
was like I did it based off of like I wasn't going to the last element. I made two lists, but it was based off of whether they were like odd or even, and then I reversed that. Like it wasn't, I don't know, the logic wasn't the same, but I got to the technically the point of solution, and then I gave up because I was like, wait, I didn't understand any of like the actual logic of it, and I basically just replaced my my code like very small amounts, and then it was the solution. So like I think I'm getting to a point where I'm recognizing the patterns of the easy problems, and then
Uh-huh.
I'm like basically just piecing them all together, right? Because yesterday I did reverse linked list, and then I did cycle, the one where you
Hmm.
have to understand fast slow. And I
Hmm.
use both of those components to like segment out the solution for the medium problem. I think that's how it works, right? Like they all just kind of build into each other, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Especially if you go like what you're doing is good, like section by section, and like
Right.
do the easy for like linked list, and then do the medium, and then if
Right,
there's
right,
like a
right.
hard, you can even
I
do the
think,
hard.
yeah, that's what I was missing, and I just got so demotivated because I like grinded out all the easy problems first, and
Yeah,
then I
no, that's
tried
not the
jumping
way.
into the medium, and then it was like I don't remember anything, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I haven't been consistent though. So once I hit neat code 150, then I can start complaining about stuff. But until then, I just have to keep my mouth shut.
yeah, for sure. And like a lot of neat code 150, I think when I was doing it, like most of them I could not solve like without looking at the solution. Right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and I'm not looking at the solution. I mentioned this to you. Um, if I get stuck, like by the 30-minute
Hmm.
mark, I copy paste what I have and then in the chat GPT and I have like a predetermined helper prompt that like basically explains
Hmm.
like my goals and the fact that it should not expose any solutions or even write a single line of code. It's basically it's like an intuition check. Am I thinking about this the way an engineer should? And
Hmm.
because I don't want to get to a point where I'm fixing code for the wrong intuition. You know what I mean? Um,
Hmm.
and so it kind of guides me like, hey, uh, like if it's so bad, I start asking it to like give me little snippets of code, but it's better than just looking at the solution because I still give myself a chance to try to solve it, you know. Um,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
You're going to Japan, right?
Yeah, I'll go in July.
You're going in July. How many days? It was like a short trip, isn't it?
It's like 20 days.
Oh, okay. Do you know VS Code has an extension called VS Code Pets?
Oh yeah, I have it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
it's cute. I should
motivation.
download it.
I got it this week. That's also
Oh, really?
nice.
That's crazy. Like that, I asked about it in the time that you just like discovered it. Um,
Yes, one was using it. I was like,
Dude,
oh
free code, like if you ever, I mean, I don't think you'll ever be at a point where you need to do this, but free code camp is actually so like good. I feel like for developing foundations.
is it?
Um,
Do they only have? Uh,
no, no,
do they
they
only
do.
have
I'll,
like
I'll,
front?
I'll
Oh,
show
okay.
you everything. There's responsive web design, JavaScript algorithms and data structures, front-end dev libraries. There's data viz, relational database, backend development and APIs, QA,
Oh,
scientific computing with Python, data analysis, IS, information security, machine learning, college algebra with Python, and then a couple legacy repos, and free
that's
foundational
cool.
C sharp with Microsoft certification. Um,
Oh, I look, you need that one.
yeah, you might need that one. And then there's also like
Yeah, that-
coding interview prep stuff too. Um, yeah, it's a .org, so it's a nonprofit.
oh, I see. Foundation. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay, you can't leave stream until you post your LinkedIn.
Actually, I'm
Yeah,
not.
bro.
I think I'll keep writing it.
Come on. At least you have to show your progress.
Okay, tell me if it's cringe.
Okay. Should I? Oh, I'm gonna change the Discord. We can share. And then I'll let you go.
Okay, here's my whole thing. Oh, my image won't send. Okay, whatever. That's my text. I'm trying not to make it like super cringe, but it's still cringe. Whatever. Maybe I'm just too worried.
My Google Chrome extension could save OpenAI millions. Ooh.
Wait, I don't think I need that.
PP3. That's cute. Lightweight Chrome extension of easier. Prompts eliminating redundancy and replacing verbose wording without sacrificing it. Ah, that's sweet. Ah, I think it's good. Like you're not like verbosely saying, "Hey, I just won this at the HWECC hackathon at UW." You know, like
Yeah,
you're just doing a tiny product announcement with like a cool stuff. Yeah, I think this is
yeah. I
great.
don't think
Just
it's deserving of like too long of a post too. So
it's cute. Just get that.
yeah.
Just showcase that you're being a little active. I'll repost it.
Oh, thank you. You're gonna repost it.
I'm gonna repost it.
Okay, okay. I'll
All
I'll
right,
post it tonight. Thank you.
all right, Joe. Next time I'll be better. I don't know. We can offline. We can like plan out a more interactive stream if we want to do like a
Yeah,
MVP or something. I don't know. We can come up with something.
yeah, we can do something cooler. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure I saw this recently.
yeah.
Real quick before I leave, but like
Yeah.
LeetCode has this collaboration feature now, I think, where like
Oh, does
two
it?
people can, yeah, it was either
Leet
in beta or
LeetRooms.
yeah, is that a actual?
It's an extension, but it's cool. We should check it out next time.
Yeah, yeah, we should
How
try
about
this.
this?
We could do like a
Nobody looks
mock
at it.
interview or something.
Nobody looks at it. Let's
Mhm,
next stream whenever we do it, like maybe next week or something.
mhm,
Let's
mhm.
get this working and then let's like just do a couple like easy ones just to showcase like this extension, I guess.
Yeah, that
Okay,
works.
okay, okay. All right. Well, thank you for coming, Joe. It was a nice stream,
Yes.
very low key.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Of
It was
course. Yeah.
fun.
We'll see you soon, mate. Take care.
Okay. See you, bro.
Later, later.